Hey folks, Jay here with Living Everyday Outdoors. It's May the 12th. Let's do a little garden update. See what's going on today. Okay, start with our strawberries. We picked these the other day. They were good. Got one left. Hopefully they'll come on and make another. Market more cucumbers. Man, these vines are really growing. They've got cucumbers all over them. It's going to be really good there. Can't wait on them. Our potatoes, they're starting to die back. We did a little scratching down here on the end. We've had 3 times that we've gathered some potatoes. These are the red seed potatoes. And as you can see, the vines are starting to do a dieback. So it's time to start pulling these things up. Pan over here and look at these Kentucky Wonder pole beans. They're at the top of the fence, above the top of the fence. They're growing really good all the way around the perimeter of the garden. Here's our Mammoth Sunflowers. Pocket high already to me. They're beautiful. They're going to be great. Peppers are doing well. Really like the weed suppression with the pine straw. We also are getting a few of the banana sweet peppers, and more to come on them. They're coming along very nicely. Let's look at the tomatoes. Here we are. We have the grape tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes. We have the Cherokee purples. Boy, these things are really looking good. Look here. Check that out. Beautiful clusters of just Cherokee purple tomatoes. I'm excited about them. They're supposed to taste really good. We have the lemon boys as well. I'm excited about that. It's the only yellow tomato I have. If you followed any of this, you'll know I've talked about that before. We've been doing the Florida weave, and I got to do a little more. Getting a little high here. The Rutgers plants are beautiful. Rutgers also, all the tomatoes, guys, are just so awesome. Just beautiful tomatoes. Got them on a regular water regimen, so hopefully I won't create any splits in these tomatoes by overwatering. Move on down, and right here we have the, let me go on this other side real quick. I think I have a better angle. Okay, these are the Roma tomatoes, 4 of them. They were a little behind everything else. They're a little smaller, a little slower growth rate. But as you can see, look at these Rutgers. Our Pascola zucchini squash and our Black Beauty zucchini squash. We're gathering zucchinis now. We're getting about 10 a day at the moment. Starting to look really good. These plants are just gorgeous. This garden is absolutely beautiful, dark green. And today I want to talk about fertilizer in just a minute on a certain species of plant that is new to our garden. But I'll continue here to look at our squash. We have the Pascola squash, and we have the yellow straight neck squash. And we're starting to get squash today, or yesterday actually. And I noticed I must have missed this one last night. Let's pick him. Look at there. This is a fat boy. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. And so let's go over here just a second and look at something new to our garden. Cantaloupes. I did these transplants, doing a little research. They say apply a balanced fertilizer. So what I have today is I have the Rainbow 10-10-10 fertilizer. I'm going to just apply a side dressing to this today and hopefully get these guys kicked off and really going here in the garden. These have been in the ground now about a week. Had a friend of mine give me these plants, and we'll see how they start to develop. Let's take a quick look at the okra. So now that the nighttime temperatures have started to increase, let's see here. This is the red burgundy. I have too many gaps in this, so I'm very concerned about this one this year. And this is the one that I wanted the most. It's funny how that type of thing works out. I wanted to pickle that. I may do some additional seeding there. Here in the center, slow to grow, is the jambalaya. It's been the slowest to grow here in the center of the plot. And then here on the end, this is the largest one, and this is the most used. This is what I grew up on. This is the Clemson Spineless okra. And like I say, these Clemson Spineless is a green okra, so is the jambalaya. But then that other is a red okra. And I just like the sweetness of it. So the okra's really starting to grow. Here in the cucumber patch, you could not ask for anything any better. I've trained these stone walls. They're starting to really accept the fence and starting to train really well. Loaded with blooms, loaded with fruit. It's just gorgeous how pretty these things are. And as they go further down to the halfway mark, I change from the stone wall to the Calypso, and they're the same way. I put this on a drip irrigation system, and I put the drip irrigation system on an Orbits timer. And guys, if you don't have an Orbits timer, you are missing out. That is the way to go. It's set it, forget it, and it keeps this plot or this cucumber patch perfectly watered. I'm enjoying that very much this year. Overall, you could not ask for a better garden this year. I am so pleased, so thankful, so blessed. And I'm about to pick these squash and zucchini. Folks, I thank you for watching. If you like what you see, if you like these garden updates, give us a like, consider subscribing, tell your friends about us, encourage them to join us as well. The harvest is here. Life is good. Y'all keep living every day outdoors.